Hello friends, myself Abhishek YS. Now I am going to explain about the software engineering. In software engineering, these are the main components which are seeing on screen. That's designing, planning, programming, development, testing and analyzing. Now let us see the introduction of process models in software engineering. Software engineering is a complex and dynamic field, and the process models used to manage and organize software development projects are essential to its success. These models provide a structured approach to building, planning, and maintaining software systems. Now let us see some models of software engineering process. That's first one is waterfall model. The requirements of waterfall models are clearly define the project requirements of the objects, develop a detailed design plan of the software architecture and components, and implementing the software according to the design of the specification. Here what we can see the steps: requirement gathering and analysis and system designing, that we should discuss with the client and design the system how the client wants. Then implementation of the design. Next is integration and testing. That means checking the code is correctly working or not and getting desired output. Next is deploymenting in the required place. Next is maintenance. That maintenance means in center any error occurs, that then it should be capable of rectifying there itself. So it's called as maintenance. Next is iterative and incremental models. Let us see what is iterative model. It involves repeated cycles of planning, designing, implementing and testing, allowing for continuous improvement and refinement of the software. Incremental model. It means breaks the project into smaller and manageable pieces that are developed and delivered in increments, enabling earlier feedbacks and testing. That means if the project is bigger, then it is divided into smaller parts, and each part is done by one person, so that we can manage the time and complete the project within the given time or earlier to the given time. Next, let us see the agile methodology. Flexibility. Agile method prioritize responding to the changeover following in a rigid plan. That is, if you want any update or modify the product with your already existing software or existing program, if we use the agile method, it has more benefits, like it's cost effective and time taken is less and many more. Next, collaborative. Agile team work closely with customers and stakeholders throughout the development process. That means Agile team will work closely with the customers to satisfy their needs and some other requirements. Next is iterative. The Agile approaches involve short iterative development cycles to delivery working software quickly. Customer centric. Agile method focus on delivering a customer as a primary goal. Now let us see what is Scrum. In Scrum, we can see the four models, that sprints, roles, ceremonies, and artifacts. Sprints are the short, fixed duration development cycles that deliver incremental progress. Roles are key roles includes the product owner and Scrum Master and development team. Ceremonies are regular meeting like daily stand-ups, sprint planning, and retrospective. Artifacts are including the product blog, product backlog, sprinting backlog, and burn down charts. Now let us see what is extreme programming, that we can also call it as XP. It follows three steps, that is planning, coding, and testing. Planning means collaboratively define user stories and release a plan. That means we should plan with the client and know what's the problem and what is the reason and what should be developed. Next is coding. According to the required gathered information from the client, we should code we should code the program. And testing. In testing, we should check that we are getting the desired output or not by making communication with the client. Now let us see another model, that is DevOps and integration deployment. In this continuous integration, continuous development, and monitoring the feedback. Continuous integration is merging code changes frequently to detect the fix issues earlierly and fix issues earlierly. And continuous development is automatically releasing software changes too. Next, monitoring and feedback is closely monitoring the application performance and check the user feedback. Next, let us compare all the three models which are discussed, that is waterfall model, agile, and DevOps. A waterfall model is a rigid sequential approach with defined phases and milestones. In agile, it is also a flexibility, iterative approach focused on customer collaboration and rapid feedback. DevOps is emphasizing continuous integration, deployment, and monitoring of faster software delivery. The most preferred model is this for a short program or short software. The best preferred is waterfall, and for highly complex softwares, which preferred is agile and DevOps. Now let us see the choosing of right process model of your project. That means how can we choose the right process model to complete our project. First is project complexity. We should check the project complexity, that considering size, scope, and risk factor of the project. Next, team capabilities. Evaluate your team skills and experience and abilities to adapt. That means you should check the team abilities, team's skills, what the skills they are, and how fast they can do, and they are able to do or not. Next is customer involvement. Determine the desired level of customer collaboration and feedback. Next is time and budget. Balance the proper project timeline and needs for money.